Hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Ryan in Singapore. Welcome to the Mindfulness Daily Practice. Hello, Rob. Happy day. Hi, Sue. Hi, Dirk. Hello, Jean. Hello, Iga. Nice to see you. Hello, Shoke. Hello, Cecilia. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Magdalena. Hi, Ali. In Israel. Hello, Marlene. Wonderful. All right. Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started in the talk. So the format of the Mindfulness Daily Practice is 10 minutes of introduction. Then we'll spend 15 minutes doing some kind of meditative practice together and spend the last 5 minutes with a debrief, interacting with the chat, and seeing how things went. And so each week we have a new topic that tends to join up with the topic that we've had in the previous week or maybe previous weeks. So today is no different in that today we're going to talk about mindful movement. So mindful movement is it's just this. It's being mindful while we're moving, and one of the good things about mindful movement is that it has a lot of application in our daily lives because we're moving all the time. And so as you're moving, a lot of the times the movements that you make are done without much consciousness around the moving that you're doing. And so this is the question: can you bring some attention? Can you bring some awareness to what it feels like to be moving? And this is tying on pretty naturally to the body scan, because the body scan is us training ourselves, and the body scan is what we did last week, by the way, for those that weren't here last week. Training ourselves to bring attention into the body and to start to feel different regions of the body. So the more we practice doing that, the easier it is for us to bring our attention into our body in the future. So the more you spend time focusing on sensations in the knees, especially when you're still, when you're moving around, then you'll have a little bit more ability to start to focus on sensations in the knees. And this is the concept of neuroplasticity. So the more what we think, what we do, what we pay attention to has some impact on the physical structure of the brain. Simply put, the more you practice doing something, the easier it is to do it again. And that holds true as well for when we're feeling sensations, physical sensations in the body. So we can start to have a little bit more awareness of sensations in each part of the body by doing the body scan. So as we move into mindful movement, we're going to use this skill that we've been cultivating last week. So learning how to bring attention to the body and doing it while we're moving. So as we stretch out, as we do little movements, using whatever it was that we were working on last week to be able to do that with a bit more accuracy, a bit more higher resolution, let's say. And so I was thinking about the talk this morning and what I should be, or what is useful to talk about. And so one, this transition from body scan is quite interesting. And two, 2 weeks ago we talked about breath work. And breath is interesting because breath is that one thing that we have that bridges the conscious and the unconscious mind. So if you don't think about anything, or if you do, if you're thinking about all kinds of things, you'll find that you continue breathing, that you can't willingly stop your breath. There's no way for you to hold your breath long enough that you can stop breathing. Eventually your body's going to breathe again. And most of the time you don't even think about your breath. Your breath is just something that your body's controlling and doing in the background without your awareness of it. So the breath most of the time is like this, but you can find that you can take control of the breath and that you can breathe in a certain way. You can hold your breath. You can, when you're swimming, you're not going to breathe the whole time. You have a bit more control of when you're going to breathe. You can intentionally take longer breaths. You can intentionally take shorter breaths. So this is interesting in that how the breath bridges this boundary between the conscious and the unconscious. And so what you find is that emotion is tied to breath as well. You feel strong emotions, maybe you breathe more quickly. Breath becomes shallower. You are relaxed and you're chilling out, you'll find that the breath naturally elongates. So this is something that we can explore as well in mindful movement, in that the posture of the body matters. And so how you're standing, how you're holding yourself, if you're kind of hunched up like this, maybe you're going to be more likely to feel scared, feel threatened, that this posture is probably not the best posture to be in if you're going to stand up in front of a big group of people and talk. And even right now, as I'm in this posture, this doesn't feel comfortable to be talking to you in this. But the difference sitting up straight. As we sit up straight, we naturally feel more confident. And you'll find as you experience strong emotions, your body posture changes. What happens when you feel angry? Maybe stand up straighter, and your face changes. The volume of your voice changes, and so this is that bridging. So that the breath bridges the conscious and unconscious, but also there is some kind of bridging as well of the body posture, that the body posture automatically assumes certain positions as we experience emotions. So likewise, purposely controlling your body posture can help you with emotional experiences that you're having. So if you're feeling nervous, you're feeling afraid, standing up, having the shoulders back, the chest more open, can help you to feel more confident. And so this is something that you can't necessarily do without bodily awareness. So that's really what we've been working on last week, is to start to have that bodily awareness. As we notice how the body feels, what we can begin to do with mindful movement is start to change how our body is. What is our posture? So sitting up straighter can start to make you feel more confident. It affects your meditation as well. So you can find that if you're sitting in a posture where you're upright and tall, that you might be able to stay focused for a while longer. And it's easier to be dropping in to your meditation. And maybe as if we're coming down here, I'm about to yawn because I start to feel sleepy, right? So, the posture matters, and this is really kind of the first piece of mindful movement, is to recognize what the body feels like first of all, and then sometimes you can say, well, what can I do? Is there anything I can do with my body to help in this situation, to help me feel different? Is there some possibility of feeling different, of moving so that I feel a bit different? And so this kind of transitions into our practice today. So the practice is going to be, we'll do a little bit of controlling breath. So going back to that, so back to this basic of mindful movement, this kind of very foundational of controlling the breath. But we're also going to scan and check out some tension, see if by noticing tension we can let the tension relax, but also, is there anything I can do, any movement I can do to the body? And so we kind of do the before and after. So how am I doing here at baseline? And then as the meditation comes to a close, we'll take a look again and see how we're doing. So let's go ahead and get into a comfortable meditation posture. So the idea of the posture is to combine relaxation and alertness. So finding a way to sit up straight and tall. So to help with, I often will say feeling dignified, because sitting up straight does help us to feel a bit more dignified and determined. So having a posture that reflects your determination to be focused today. If you like, allowing the eyes to close. So let's arrive here in stillness. So letting go of any movement in the body, at least for now. Just settle into here and now. Notice the sensation of your body sitting. Contact between your body and the supporting surface. Where your body is being touched, so noticing that gravity is pulling down on the body and your supporting surface pushes back. And as the supporting surface pushes back, you have sensations. You realize that you're sitting because you feel pressure in the buttocks. Feel pressure in the feet if your feet are on the floor. If you're sitting cross-legged, maybe you feel pressure in some areas of the legs. And so let's scan through the body, just taking note of how the body feels in this moment. So starting at the feet. And what are we scanning for? Ordinary sensations, tingling, itching, warmth, coolness. But as well, do you feel any tension as we scan through the body? So noticing it, taking note. And taking note as well of your emotional state, your mental state today. So starting with the feet, the ankles, the lower legs, the knees, the thighs, the hips, the pelvis, the lower back, the upper back, the abdomen moving with the breath, the chest, the hands, the wrists and forearms, the elbows, the upper arms, the shoulders, the neck, the face, the crown of the head, the back of the head, the scalp. So here we are. This is my body. This is how I'm feeling in this moment. So let's bring the attention back to the abdomen. Feeling once again the abdomen moving with the breath. If you're having difficulty feeling it today, you can place one of your hands, maybe your left hand, on your abdomen. Notice a gentle movement as you breathe. And so we'll start with some very basic breath work for relaxation. So the most basic mindful movement. Moving the body by controlling the breath. So on the inhalation, simply inhaling naturally. On the exhalation, elongating the breath slightly. So this kind of breath work aids in relaxation. So counting the number of seconds on the inhale, and then as you exhale, adding 2 to that number. So inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now continuing on your own. Allowing the inhale to be natural, the exhale to be elongated. And what you may find is as you continue this kind of practice, that the inhale naturally becomes a bit longer. As you calm down, your breath naturally elongates. So now, maybe it's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or maybe now it's already at inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it doesn't really matter where you are, what number you're getting to, just as long as we're elongating the out breath by an additional 2 seconds. So using this as our mindful movement for this point in the practice. So continue on your own for a while. So seeing if you can take stock of anything that might be changing. The heart rate slowing down perhaps. The emotions perhaps becoming calmer. maybe tension releasing from the body. And so, speaking of tension in the body, as I scanned through my body, I found there was a bit of tension in my shoulders. So maybe today you feel like you have a little bit of tension in your shoulders as well. If you found tension somewhere else and you're familiar with mindful movement, you can always begin to do some movement to help release the area of the body where you felt tension. If you don't have that experience, why not try the shoulders? So follow along with me. So first, letting go of control of the breath, allowing the breath to come back to its natural pace, and then bringing your full attention to your shoulders. On the next inhale, squeezing your shoulders up towards the ears, and exhaling, letting the shoulder blades come together behind the back, and just letting your breath return to its normal pace as we continue, bringing the shoulders down away from the ears. Shoulders together, squeezing the pectoral muscles, and then the shoulders up towards the ears again. As we continue to roll the shoulders backwards. And you can explore synchronizing your breath with these movements. And the next time your shoulders come towards your ears, pausing here for a moment with the shoulders up, and then reversing the motion forwards, bringing the pectoral muscles together, the shoulders together in front, shoulders down away from the ears, bringing the shoulder blades together behind the back, and then up towards the ears again as we roll the shoulders forwards. The whole time, keeping our attention focused in the region of the shoulders, noticing how the muscles feel as we're moving them. And then the next time the shoulders are up towards the ears again, pausing. And then on the exhale, releasing the shoulders down. Coming back to neutral. Noticing the state of the body, the state of the mind. How the shoulders feel. Was there tension here earlier? Has some of that tension gone away? So having an assessment of your body, of your mind. Compared to the beginning of this practice, is there something that has shifted? Is there some difference now? And so our 15 minutes is up. I'll close practice with 3 rings of the bell. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for practicing with me today, choosing to spend your Monday morning or Sunday evening with me and with all of us. So, how'd it go? What did you notice? Did you notice a difference between the beginning and the end? Yeah, feel free to share in the chat. And just to let you know, we're continuing this series of mindful movement for this week. So building upon a body scan and breath work that we had done in the previous weeks. So getting here to this stage. Thank you, Rachel. Thanks, Oleg. Thanks, Magdalena. Thank you, Cece. Thanks, Jean. Rachel shares, felt tension in my chest as I have anxiety going on about work. Thank you. Dirk shares, stress in my hands. The stress in my hands left. Thank you for sharing. Thanks, Ursula. And yeah, I don't know about you, but that felt really fast. That 15 minutes was up. I wanted to go longer. I was hoping, when I opened my eye and saw the clock, it was like, wow, it's really time for this meditation to be over. So yeah, it's I don't know. I enjoyed the practice today. Barbara shares, when controlling the breath, I had a mental image of a figure 8 on its side, one circle larger than the other, and I mentally tracked around. Thanks, Barbara, for sharing. And this is true as well, is that and not just in mindful movement, but in meditation, sometimes visual imagery can help. I remember in my first retreat, the monk who was leading was saying, one of the things that he uses is an elevator, right? Like imagining an elevator going up as you breathe in and down as you breathe out. It was helpful for him. So all kinds of imagery can help to keep us focused. Not that it's necessary or required or even beneficial. And so for some of us, there's no need to have imagery at all. So thanks, Barbara, for sharing. Jean says, I notice I want to do some more movement, neck rolls, and spine twists. Well, you're in luck in that we do have some neck rolls and spine twists kind of things coming on as the week develops. So look forward to sharing more as we go deeper into mindful movement and start connecting it with the rest of mindfulness practice. Yeah, Yolanta shares so much lighter. And yeah, Rachel connects the figure 8 on its side with the infinity symbol. That's pretty cool. As always, thank you everybody for being here. Really is a pleasure to be able to host this. And remember that there are replays of all of these live practices available on the internet's big video site. So you can check it out if you missed anything here, or you want to revisit something, you want to do the meditation again. It will be available here in a few hours. So in the meantime, let's see, tomorrow's practice is about the bridging. So today was a bit of an introduction, so tomorrow we spend a little bit more time talking about bridging from the body scan to mindful movement. So being mindful in stillness, being mindful in movement, how do we connect these two things together? So thanks everybody once again, and let us close practice by sending out some well wishes. So well wishes to ourselves first, and then well wishes to those who are here and those who are close to us, and then well wishes to everyone. So follow along if you like. May I be happy and peaceful. May all of you watching, listening, wherever you are, I wish you all happiness and peace. And for all of our friends and family, our loved ones, our co-workers, those around the world, near or far, big or small, good or bad, I wish them all happiness and peace. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.